TGIF, and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting in the American League Central, the Minnesota Twins completed a short two-game sweep as they took a victory against the Brewers in Milwaukee, 3-1.
Friday Night Baseball on the show, and we come your way from the Motor City of Detroit, Michigan. Tonight, the first of this three-game weekend series between the Minnesota Twins and the Detroit Tigers. Tigers baseball is next. Justin Verlander is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for Detroit. Harold, any thoughts?
Well, he's been throwing the ball really well his last three outings. In the last three outings, he's allowing just less than a base runner an inning. When you do that, you're going to win games, and that's the key to his success in the last three games so far.
Harold, these Tigers, as they begin play here tonight, they'll look to make it three straight here as they come in on the heels of two straight wins.
They played good ball yesterday and pulled off a W. Let's see if they're able to keep that momentum going and play good again this one and win another game. Ooh, that was a good pitch to hit. He wants that one back. He was just a little bit late on it.
Hit back toward the mound. On to first, and Stubbs is retired to open up the contest. Lonnie Chisenhall will stand in, and he enters play today, currently fifth in the American League in hitting. This one's chopped foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Now that's that old school slider right there, trying to get in on his hands. We see that with a cutter a lot, but the slider's even more effective because you can't pick up the spin.
No offer on that one, and Verlander's run at full now, 3-2. So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Joe McDonald.
Well, Matt, Joey Mack's been pretty good. He's a standard, basic umpire. Doesn't miss a whole lot. At the end of the day, though, he's pretty ordinary.
That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. The tag, and he is out at second.
Batting third.
Here's Miguel Sano, and the home-away splits tell us he's actually quite a bit better hitting on the road than he is at home. And this is fouled back and out of play. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Stepping up now, Jose. Time to pick this one up now in the top of inning number 5. Max Kepler the next to grab a bat. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. High in the air out to center field. Moving under it, Mata. 1 out. Here's Byung-Ho Park. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Now the pitch. Hit on the ground to third. Taken in by Castellanos. Throw on to first, and Verlander's got it going here. 2 away.
The batter, number 4.
Digging in for his set. Zach will look ahead now and pick this one back up in the top of inning number 8. Here's the shortstop, Zach Cozart. 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. Verlander deals the 3-2. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone. Now the Tiger skipper's up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And he's going to motion for the bullpen. That'll end the evening for Justin Verlander. So with a left-handed hitter waiting, they'll go to their own left-hander out of the bullpen. Mata calls off the left fielder as he takes charge for the second out.
Now batting, catcher.
Some action now in the Tigers bullpen as they'll get a left-hander and a right-hander up to throw. This is pulled into right, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Man, that's so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a good pitch like that, and he still gets a base hit. Sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
Stubbs.
Into the box now, Drew Stubbs. And this one's in the dirt. And a nice job to keep the runners at bay as the count moves to 2-2. And here's a ball hit in the air. Iglesias ranging into the outfield. Makes the stepping in and ready for another shot. James McCann. Previous meetings with Jake Odorizzi. 0 for 5.
1 ball.
Fastball called strike. 1-2. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. Here's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one.
Ian Kinsler.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Now a swing and a fly ball. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Once again a 3-2. Swing and a little tapper. That's foul, so the battle will continue. He'll try it again. 3-2. Here's a high foul ball as it finds a lucky fan in the upper deck for a souvenir. And this is pulled foul as he was way out in front there. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Now a bouncing ball for the shortstop, Cozart. Throw on to first takes care of Kinsler here for out number 2.
The batter, center fielder.
And that'll bring up Mikey Mata. He doubled earlier in the game. 1 for 2 to this point. Couldn't lay off that time, and it's 1-2. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Heading out towards shallow right. Chisenhall has a read on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. They still trail 1-0. We're set for what's left of this one from Detroit as we welcome you back to Major League Baseball on the show. Alex Wilson enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Lifted the other way to left center. Upton's under it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, third baseman.
Now the Tigers have some action in the bullpen as a left-hander starts to get loose. Here it comes on 1-1. This is line to left. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon.
Looked like he was sitting on the hard stuff right there. Stayed right on it. Stayed with it. Hard line drive. Great game plan.
Brian Dozier.
In now, Brian Dozier. Line drive to center field. Mata is back, and he'll get there to make the play for out number 2. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move
Now
up.
batting, left fielder.
Ready for another shot now. Max Kepler. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. And this is going to be a foul ball. A runner on first with 2 away. And a slider just about gets away from him there as it runs in a bit too close for comfort.
Pretty good pitch and a great take there. There's not a lot you could do with that slider breaking down and in unless you can catch it way out front and hook it down the line. You see a lot of swinging misses on those.
Well, that's back-to-back breaking balls. He's able to foul that one off. Will they come back with a third?
Line to the right side. And that's in there. Base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Now batting.
Digging in to try it again. Byung-Ho Park. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Now here's a bouncing ball headed for Iglesias at short. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass. Glenn Perkins comes on looking for a save here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Here's the shortstop now, Jose Iglesias. He's going to lead things off in their half of the 9th as they try to avoid the dreaded shutout.
It's never a good feeling to get shut out, and over the course of the season it's bound to happen a few times. They've just been overmatched by good pitching.
And another foul ball. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate.
Well, that's 3 foul balls in a row. He's definitely battling up there.
Neither guy giving in here, and they'll do it again.
That's 4 foul balls in a row. He's battling, no doubt.
And he finally wears him down here as he strikes him out after a 9-pitch at-bat. Digging in once again, Justin Upton. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. He struck him out the 3rd time he's fanned in the game. The first baseman Miguel Cabrera stands in. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. And Cabrera's going to have himself a base hit. And that means J.D. Martinez gets hit with 2 outs as well. Time called here as with the potential tying run aboard, they'll make the move to get a little more speed out there. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite.
Squared that one up just a little late.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he can put the ball in the gap somewhere.
A drive to left. Get out of here. Get out of here. Gone. They win it. Santa Maria. Well, we witnessed a close one here, but this man was a big factor in the outcome, so we're inclined to pencil him in as the top player of the
Hi, I'm Justin Allegri, and this is your Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. Starting in the American League Central, the Twins knocked out 10 hits as a team as they bested the visiting Indians 7-2.
MLB The Show's coverage of Wednesday Night Baseball finds us at Target Field in Minneapolis. Julio Teheran gets the starting nod for the Twins. HR, what's the word on him?
Well, he has really pitched well at home, and I don't know if it's the energy from the fans or he feels comfortable on this mound. However way you want to slice it, he's thrown well at home, and I think we'll get another good performance at home in this game.
And we take a look at the Twins as they begin play here tonight. They've got to be considered the hottest team in baseball right now as they come in winners of 9 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, Matt, they're feeling it right now. You know, they're starting to play good ball. They're really playing good. And they're closing in on a division. And this time of the summer, it's all about baseball. You come to the park, the grass is green, you smell the hot dogs, and you're excited to play, even in the afternoon during batting practice. And that's what I see with this club right now. He's just fouling them off till he gets something he wants to hit.
And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2. Spoils another one. And this is exactly what you're looking for out of your leadoff hitter. Dribbled to the right side. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
In the second spot tonight,
here's Michael Brantley. He enters play hitting down in the 240s for the year. Dribbled down the third baseline. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. Edwin Encarnacion now comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. Swing and a little tapper. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And the slider gets him swinging, 2 gone. Here's Carlos Santana now, hitting just a bit over the Mendoza line on the year. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Hit in the air to right center field. This ball is carrying well. Back it goes, and it is out of here.
When that pitch was grooved right down Main Street, he
Jump ahead now to the bottom of inning number 1. Here's Drew Stubbs now. He enters play 6th in the American League in the batting race. 1-1, here it comes. And this is going to be fouled into the diamond level seats. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes.
Nope, that's a ball.
And the slider just stayed north of the strike zone that time. And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. Colabello is over near the stands as he makes the catch for the first out. Lonnie. Time to move ahead to the top of inning number 7. We'll move forward in this one and rejoin the action in the bottom of the 7th. Jason Castro, the catcher, is in. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. And they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
Two things pitchers really love: called strike threes and jamming hitters. How about?
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. And he's going to have room to put this one away, and that's the first out.
The center fielder, number 16.
Some stirring now in the Cleveland bullpen. They'll get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing. Line to second, where it's caught there for out number 2.
Now batting.
Every game has its offensive stars, and And good evening to those of you just joining us on the show. You've chosen to tune in at a great time. The Minnesota Twins are batting here in the bottom of the inning, looking to send these fans home happy with a walk-off win. That's in there, base hit. And they're going to walk off as winners. They've taken it here in extra innings.
Well, the way things unfolded, you kind of had a sense that this thing was going to end in dramatic fashion, and that's exactly what happened. A walk-off for the win? Wow.
Well, everyone was treated to a really well-played ball game in this one, and the guy you see there turned in a particularly notable performance, so he's our top player of the game in this one.
Yeah, he came through with a multi-hit game, and more importantly, they were big hits. He was a key contributor to the outcome of this one.
Final line score for our ball game tonight.
It's Sunday morning. Welcome to Inside the Show. Starting in the American League Central, the Twins knocked out 10 hits as a team as they took down the visiting Diamondbacks 5-3. The Tigers sent 3 balls into the seats as they got the best of the Dodgers at home 10-3. The Indians pounded out 17 hits in this one as they beat the Royals in Kauffman Stadium 11-3. Peter Borges grabbed 3 two-baggers overall, leading the White Sox to victory over the Rangers 5-1. Aaron Hicks was a triple shy of completing the cycle, leading the Yanks to a win over the rival Red Sox 6-1. The Rays hit 3 long balls as they took down the visiting Mariners 3-2. In other Rays news, first baseman Sean Rodriguez is currently listed as day-to-day. He's said to be dealing with a sprained knee. The Halos allowed only 5 hits as they beat the O's in Baltimore 5-1. Mike Fiers earned the victory while striking out 11 as the Astros downed Oakland 2-1. Adam Duvall had a total of 3 RBIs in the day, leading the Reds past the Braves 5-3. The Metropolitans got 11 overall.
Afternoon baseball. The show from Target Field in downtown Minneapolis. Today it's the third and final game in this three-game interleague series between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Minnesota Twins. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Next will be the left-handed hitting Jeremy Hazelbaker. He enters play with 14 home runs to his credit this year. Very nice afternoon, high skies and 77 degrees at game time. Oh, and a nice changeup that time gets him to swing right through it as the leadoff man is down on strikes to open up the ball game. With that, the batting order for the visiting Arizona Diamondbacks. Dan Plesac, who you focused on?
Matt, they have to be hoping to get a lot more out of A.J. Pollock moving forward. You know how bad he was last month? He hit 200 on the nose. Not a lot of guys can stay in the lineup when they're struggling this bad, so we're hoping to see that he can figure this thing out soon.
Baseman number 44.
In now, Paul Goldschmidt. First at bat for him in this one, and he's got that average up over the 300 mark for the year. Throw on to first, 2 gone. Striding forward, A.J. Pollock. And he's been swinging it well the last couple of games. And he takes a cold strike at the knees, and that'll run things full.
Matt, in last night's game.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. 1 left for Arizona. The Twins coming up. No score. Here's Drew Stubbs now. One of the better hitters in the league this year, currently 7th in the American League in hitting. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2. Well, Harold Reynolds, these Diamondbacks, as they begin play, have been mired in a team-wide slump of late, as with a swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Meanwhile now, this ball's trouble as it looks like it'll be good for extra bases. And Stubbs still going around second base. He's headed for third. Now the relay home. The tag, and he is out at the plate. So much for our first run of the ball game.
Right fielder, Lonnie Chisenhall.
Striding into the box, Lonnie Chisenhall, as he begins this one as the 4th leading hitter in the American League. Line drive to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Hey, he's having a terrific season, keeping that average up there above the 300 mark. That's an indication right there. 2 strikes, and he's still able to get the base hit.
Coming to the plate now, Miguel Sano. A real threat with the bat, of course, as he currently leads the American League in home runs. 1-1, here it is. And a neck-high fastball that time. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. On a good pitch there, had him stretching to get out there, and it's 2-2 now.
I think he'll be frustrated with himself about that swing. He was in a good hitter's count and ended up chasing one out of the zone. Now the count's even again.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. Here's Brian Dozier now, hitting just a bit over the Mendoza line on the year.
Brian Dozier.
He's set. Here's the 3-0. Here's a swing and a missile sent out to center field. Pollock going back on it. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. A fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind. Minor ready with a 1-2, and a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
Let's take a look at the Twins defensively, brought to you by Majestic. And I'm looking at the shortstop, Zach Kozar. This guy catches the ball. Overlooked, he's not really flashy, so there's not going to be a lot of fanfare following him, but he makes all the plays for you.
Here's the lefty, Gregor Blanco now. He's assuming the role of DH in this interleague matchup.
Yeah, Matt, that's one of the funny things.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Diamondbacks down in order. We'll go to the bottom. Max Kepler the next to grab a bat. The average for him entering play sits down in the 250s. Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2.
After that swing, you just got to reset yourself. You still have a strike to work with, and you can't be thinking about how silly you just looked on that last pitch.
Look out, a fastball up near his dome, and that'll wake you up a bit. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. Stepping into the box, Young Hope Park, as we run you the numbers to see the splits between July and August. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Payoff pitch one more time. Lined hard toward right center. He leaps, but he can't get it. It's down for extra bases. Around first, digging for two. Around second now and headed for third. And he is in there.
And you have to like a center fielder that's willing to sell out and go for broke there, but he just can't make the play as the ball sails over his outstretched glove. And by the time he tracks it down, it's just too late for him to hold the batter at second.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Pollock has a read on it. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. And he will score on the sacrifice fly as he's in with our first tally of the ballgame.
Got his job done there and made it look pretty simple. Got it into the outfield to bring home the first run of the game and pick up the RBI.
Now at the plate, Joe Mauer. He carries a batting line in the 280s to begin this one. Fastball, and he has to bend out of the way of that one. Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. Here comes the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. It's one run on one hit, no errors, and no one left on base. Now in the box, Chris Iannetta. Not the shiniest of batting average as he comes in hitting down in the 220s for the year. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball. One out, nobody on. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are two gone now. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jeremy Hazelbaker. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. The next 3-2. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. So 1-2-3 go the Diamondbacks. They trail this one 1-0. Jason Castro, the catcher, is in, and you can see his home road splits there. He has not fared very well in front of the home crowd, oddly enough. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Dribbled to the right side, but it gets foul. A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's one away. So with one away, we'll remind you to follow the Twins here on MLB The Show. We'll be here all season long as you get a look there at where we'll be over the course of the next 7 days. So one away now in the Minnesota third, and we'll go back to the top of the order now for Drew Stubbs. This is line to left. And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the second out.
The right fielder, number 8.
Lonnie Chisenhall will stand in. A base hit in his first trip. And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all. Here's Miguel Sano. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Miguel
Has a look, now the pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. And as it turns out, the two-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him. Here's Yasmani Tomas. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Heading for second now is Tomas. And he gets in there standing. He's got himself a double.
Well, he was definitely struggling coming into this one, but I think we could say that cold streak is officially over. That's his second hit of the game, and it goes for extra bases. We'll see now if this game proves to be a huge turning point for him.
Digging in for his second at-bat, A.J. Pollock. He's 0 for 1 thus far. That's on the corner to put him behind now, 1-2.
Frozen with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb up.
This ball gets down. Let's see if they try to score. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only one away.
Third baseman
Jake Lamb standing in now. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. So he gets the swinging strikeout on the changeup. Jake Lamb goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Not nearly in time as he took that one on the pitcher. Minor ready with a 1-2. And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. Count holds at 1-2. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. Here's Brian Dozier now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. The 3-2 one more time. Again, he sends it out of play. Lifted in the air out towards left center. There now is Pollock, and he's got it for the first out.
The batter, left fielder.
Striding in once again, Max Kepler. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. And a slider misses here. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 on its way. Looks at a fastball inside, so he's in the driver's seat. 3-1.
Well, he falls behind 3-1 right now, but man, he is really throwing the ball well. He's been attacking them all game.
Swing and a miss as he went after the slider there, and that'll run the count full. Trying to send him packing for the second time. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. And another foul ball. That's lifted the other way out to left. Hazelbaker's under it. 2 down.
Up next for Minnesota.
Digging in to try it again. Young-Ho Park. He smacked a triple and later scored his first time around. Pollock is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Twins are set down 1-2-3, but they lead it 1-0. Here's the lefty Gregor Blanco now. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And they're going to have a leadoff base runner here as the fastball's lined into left, a base hit. Here's the catcher now, Chris Iannetta. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Pitch inside, the throw. Low throw, and he can't handle the short hop. David Peralta will come on now to replace him as he's into pinch run following the injury. Fouled back. And he comes back with one down and in for ball 3.
Pretty good pitch and a great take there. There's not a lot you can do with that slider breaking down unless you can catch it way out front and hook it down the line. You see a lot of swinging misses on those.
So he gets the swinging strikeout on the changeup. Chris Iannetta goes down for the first out in the 5th inning. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. The 2-2 pitch. Hit out towards second. Throw gets him 2 down. Next will be the left-handed hitting Jeremy Hazelbaker, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. 1 left for the Diamondbacks. They're down 1-0. Zach Godley is going to take over here in inning number 5, so it'll be a bullpen game from here on out.
Zach.
Ready for another chance? Zach Cozart. He hit a sac fly earlier. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. High pop up. Drury is there for it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Well, batter number 7.
Now at the plate, Joe Mauer. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Mauer.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. Hazelbaker is in his tracks now as he makes the catch for out number 2.
Now batting, catcher, Jason Castro.
Jason Castro, the catcher, is in, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Liner towards second. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. He's through first and hustling for second. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers are not where he wants them to be so far this year, but you never know by that swing. He looked fluid and confident, driving that pitch for a double. We'll see if that gets him going a bit.
Here's Drew Stubbs now. He tripled earlier, making him 1 for 2 in the ball game. And this one's in the dirt. Good job there as the count goes to 1-2. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch pulled high in the air out to left field. Hazelbaker moves over, and that retires the side. Here's Yasmani Tomas. He's got a couple of doubles thus far, so we'll see if he can keep it up. And he goes and chops this one out towards second. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
First baseman number 44.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. This one for Cozart at short. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Center fielder number 11.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, A.J. Pollock. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. And that'll get down for a 2-out single. So that extends the inning and gives Jake Lamb an opportunity with 2 out. Jake Lamb standing in now. He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, and that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you can extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
One thing you try to do as a hitter is figure out what pattern the pitcher is pitching. I can't cover the whole plate. He's done a massive.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. 1 left for Arizona. They still trail 1-0. Digging in once again, Lonnie Chisenhall. It was a walk in his last trip. Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. Hazelbaker moves over near the line as he puts it away for the first out of the inning.
Third baseman. Miguel
Ready once again, Miguel Sano. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field, but that'll be off the right field wall. The relay, and it's in time. He's out at second as a good relay gets him.
the second baseman, number 2.
Digging in to try it again,
Dozier.
Brian Dozier. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. And this is chopped foul near the plate, and the count will move to 1-2 now. And this is fouled back and out of play. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Hazel Baker looks up, and that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. It's a solo shot here from Brian Dozier, number 22 on the year, and the Twins have taken a 2-0 lead.
That's one of those pitches you wish you could take back as soon as it leaves your hand. But guess what? There are no delete or rewind buttons in baseball. That's a mistake, and it was a good job by his opponent to make him pay for it.
Standing in now, Max Kepler. Tomas has a beat on it, and that ends the inning. 1 for the Twins on this swing by Brian Dozier. The 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up to start the 7th. It's now 2-0 Minnesota. Brandon Drury will bat next. 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. This is foul right side. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Here's a swing and a ground ball, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2.
Well, he's out in front of that changeup. I tell you what, he had to honor the fastball. The fastball, the pitch before and back with the changeup, that's a great combination. Boy, you talk about fighting. He's fouling balls off, fouling them off in a 1-2 count. He finally took a ball right there. I wonder if he feels more confident or he wants to keep swinging.
He spoils another one, and will do it again.
That is the 4th foul ball of this AB right here. He's seeing a lot of pitches.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field, and that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning. And he'll get there as the Diamondbacks get a man into scoring position on the leadoff double.
The batter, number 6.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Ground ball right side. Throw on to first in time, 1 away. Ready for another shot now. Chris Iannetta, 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball. Inside and a hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Looking to punch him out again, the pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. Under it is Dozier, and there are 2 away now.
The batter, number 3.
Ready for another chance. Daniel Descalso. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. And now this ball's lifted in the air down the right field line, but this will get back into the seats, so the count holds at 2-2. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Now time is called as both guys in the bullpen are ready to go. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. 1 left for the Diamondbacks. They trail it here 2-0. Evan Marshall gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Evan Marshall.
Here's Byung-Ho Park, 1 for 2 with a triple so far in this one. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Really impressive pitching right there. Sometimes as a pitcher you can get frustrated when you make a good pitch and you don't get that call from the umpire. But what does he do? He comes back with a good pitch and gets the strike.
And the slider is low and inside as he just about got him there. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Shin high fastball that time, ball 3. Set to deal. Here's the 3-1. And he goes with the slider here as that misses in tight. It's ball 4. So here's Joe Mauer. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Working for the punch out and the offering. Swing and a liner. And that'll get down for a base hit. Digging in and looking for more, Jason Castro. 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a ball yanked down the right field line. And this is by Goldschmidt down the line, a fair ball. The runner scores from second. Oh, and the throw back in is a wild one. And he will make it up to second as he advances on the throwing miscue. My goodness.
The center fielder, number
Riding
16.
in once again, Drew Stubbs. He flew out in his last at-bat. Chopped weakly to the left. Barehanded at his knees. Got him.
Up next,
Lonnie Chisenhall will stand in. A hit in 2 tries so far.
Chisenhall.
And there's the 4th wide one, so they'll go after the next guy with a force at any base here and 2 men gone. Here's Miguel Sano. He's got an opportunity here in a bases loaded situation and seems like the right man for the job.
I'd say so. He's the team leader in RBIs. Time for the right man in the right spot.
Pretty well hit deep down the line in right, but that's back into the seats. Foul. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Into the gap in left center. This is down, and it'll head for the wall. Mauer scores. Castro scores. Now it's cut off. A throw to the plate. It's not in time. 3 runs have scored, and they've opened things up even further. And try as he might, but he can't escape the tag there, and the inning is over. So they've scored 4 times on just 3 base hits. No errors. Sean Tollison comes on to start the inning, and he'll have a huge lead to work with. Digging in, Jeremy Hazelbaker. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. And this is going to be a foul ball. Now some action out in the Minnesota pen as it looks like both a lefty and a right-hander are up to throw. And 1 gone. Digging in, Yasmani Tomas. He's roped a couple of doubles in 3 trips to this point. No contact there, and it's 1-2. And this is swung on and missed. 2 are quickly retired to start inning number 8. Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, not his game so far. He's such a good hitter. We all kind of...
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. Here's Brian Dozier now. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a flare hit toward right. Tomas over to his left. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, left fielder.
Digging in, Max Kepler. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Squared that one up just a little late. Once again a 3-2. Line to the right side. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit.
Now look at the screen here, okay? That ball is inside off the zone, inside off the plate, and he still was able to pull his hands inside and get a base hit.
Stepping in now, Byung-Ho Park on the ground up. Oh, and that's off the second base bag. And they won't get an out from this as he's able to reach on a play that you just don't see very often. Standing in, Zach Cozart. He hit a sac fly earlier. Line drive to left. That's in there. Base hit. And a good throw is going to hold that runner at third, so they're loaded now with only 1 away.
Well, that's a line drive single, but the runner's not going to score. Now, remember, with less than 2 outs, he had to freeze. Hit it a little bit too hard at the wrong guy. He'll take the hit, but no RBI.
The set and the 1-1 pitch. Hit to first. Fielded by Goldschmidt. 1 run scores. Oh, but they throw it away at second. And the run is in to score from second. It's 8-0.
Well, we all know that errors happen, but not all errors are equal. That one was especially costly. As 2 runners cross the plate, those are game changers, no doubt about it.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Here's Lamb to make the catch now, and there are 2 away. Archie Bradley comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Now, time called at the plate as he'll step out and try and start it again. Hoping to limit the damage, here's the pitch. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Wow, not sure what that was, but talking about having your mind made up you're going to swing before the pitcher even throws a pitch. I don't know how you swing at that pitch.
And a big strikeout there, and they'll leave a couple of runners on base, and after a good start to Andre Clark enters from the pen to begin the frame with a sizable lead with which to work. Coming to the plate now, A.J. Pollock. And Dan, what's gone wrong for this lineup today? They're only 3 outs away from being shut out.
Boy, you know, I just haven't seen a lot of fight in these at-bats. Now, of course, plenty of credit goes to them.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field, and that is off the wall in right field.
Well, that ball was scorched. Now, I know it didn't hit the wall in the air, but it gets to the wall. He still made a good decision not to go to second, to go back to first base. I think had he continued on, he probably would have been out.
But this is speared by the first baseman, and he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
The batter, number 6.
Into the box now, David Peralta. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. And he'll stay alive here, but just barely as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. And he lays off, so it's full now, 3-2. And now a crowd reported at over 28,000 rise to their feet. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw on to first here is going to do it, and the Twins have claimed the 4th consecutive victory here as this ball game is over.
It seemed like everyone had a hand in this win, and that's usually the case when you win a game by 8 runs. Feels good to dominate a game like that.
8-0 the final today. Mike Minor earns his 6th winning decision in this one. Patrick Corbin was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. So that'll just about do it. For Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
The final line score for this afternoon's ball game for the Victoria.
The beginning of the work week, and welcome to Inside the Show. In the AL Central, the Minnesota Twins finished